guys, welcome back to my videos, welcome back to nighttime. Today we are going to be doing the first line tag, which isn't really a tag so much as you just share first lines that you make up on the spot, I guess, or first lines from various works that you have written. I'm pretty much just going to use first lines from works that I've written, either full-length books or short stories. I guess the point is to get to know each other a little bit better as writers by getting to know how we like to start our books. And I feel like there's already a trend with mine. So let's see if we can figure out what it is by the time we get through all 10 first lines from my various works. I don't remember who created this one, but future me, if you would be so kind to link that in the doobly-doo, there you go. I have my handy-dandy laptop here. We're just gonna go through some of my stories. My first line comes from Boots, my current work in progress, which I am editing. It is a Puss in Boots retelling. The first line goes as follows. The cat had no idea how long he had been underwater. Brilliant. Mwah. The next one I'm going to use, because I'm just kind of opening these up at random, is from a fanfiction that I'm writing called The Game. It is a Mass Effect fanfiction, only in that it is based in the Mass Effect world, universe. It does not use any of the Mass Effect characters or Mass Effect locations, really. And it begins thusly. Song raised her head, blinking in the dim light of the carrier hold. Amazing. Astounding. This next line comes from The New Ways of Old Gods, another of my fanfictions. It's a book-length fanfiction of Dragon Age Inquisition. It begins thusly. Aslier leaned back in her chair. Good, solid beginning, I feel like. This next one is from another fanfiction of mine called After the Fall. It's a Mass Effect fanfiction. It begins, she was aware of being dragged. Straight to the point. This next one comes from Diary of a Demon, a book which I have been working on for several years and is currently kind of in a holding pattern. I was born on a Sunday. Next up, we have the first line of the first story in a short story collection of Amtgard-related stories that is called The Guild of Heroes. The first one is called Newcomer, and it begins, Dorian stamped his feet in an effort to keep warm. There's going to be quite a few fanfics in here because a lot of the short stories I write are fanfics, so y'all are going to have to deal with that. This one is from a fanfic of Sherlock, in which I take the story of the Blue Carbuncle and turn it into a Sherlock episode. It begins, I fumbled my packages from arm to arm, attempting to reach the door handle to no avail. Here's another fanfic, again, Dragon Age. It's called Mad Followers of a Mad King, and it begins with character dialogue. Are we being punished? Here we go. Here's the first line from my book that is currently available for sale. Links in the doobly-doo if you'd like to purchase a copy. It is called Phoenix. There's also a link to the doobly-doo to a video trailer for the book, so check that out also if you're interested. It begins, Deidre Fleming lay stretched out in the grass of her front yard, caught in the paralyzing knowledge that it was the last day of summer vacation. Boy, let me tell you, she's in for a shock. It gets a lot worse than it being the last day of summer vacation. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah. And lastly, we have the first line of another sort of work in progress that I've had in my head for a very long time. Originally wrote it when I was 13. Still want to rewrite it someday. That is the fantasy story, The White Rose. This is from the latest attempt at Chapter 1 on my part. Will you give me a little space here? Roan demanded, throwing her weight towards the horse who was doing his level best to crush her against the wall. There you go, kids. That was my first line tag, answers, whatever. As you can clearly see, at least what I picked up, is that I don't do anything flowery with my first line. Some people, I don't know how they do it. They can just make this first line that completely stands on its own and draws you in. But my first line is usually just getting you started, revving the engine, if you will. It's a practical first line. It's a short first line, usually, to start you on the path towards getting excited about the book. I don't expect my first line to completely 100% sell anyone. It's more like my first paragraph that I hope to do that in. So you can see my style, very direct, very let's get into the story. Anybody else out there do first lines like that? Are you nervous because your first lines aren't as amazing as some other people's? Because sometimes I am nervous about that, but clearly this is how I start books. So anyway, if you like this video, feel free to click on that like button or subscribe if you are so inclined. And remember, I post new videos Mondays and Fridays or Saturdays whenever my stupid internet decides to cooperate. I will see you guys all again next time with whatever I happen to be doing next time. Bye!